What's going on, guys? It's your boy Billy Chuck coming at you with another artist review. In this episode, we're going to tackle the supergroup Kingdom of Sorrow. Let's get it. All right, you motherfuckers, let's get it. Kingdom of Sorrow, right? Kingdom of Sorrow is a sludge metal band that features Kirk Weinstein of Crowbar and Down, along with the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Jamie Josta, of course, of Hatebreed. The reason I say man, myth, the legend is that man single handedly helped raise me. His words were so fucking inspiring. His positive mental attitude through everything. Yeah, I fell in love with his technique and I actually got them. I never met Hatebreed, but I did get the chance to meet Kingdom of Sorrow. I think it was at Mayhem Fest. But anyways, Kingdom of Sorrow was founded by Josta and Kirk Weinstein at a show in Pearl Street in Northampton, Massachusetts. A short time later, Jamie, who actively booked shows throughout New England in the early 90s, put up the cash for a Napalm Death Crowbar show in order that Hatebreed could be one of their favorite bands. Ever since then, the two have remained in close contact and became friends over the decade. Um, Jamie and Hatebreed invited Crowbar out for a UK run of dates in March of '05. It was there that the two decided to create a band based on the mutual affinity for bands of the likes of Black Sabbath and Pantera. Who doesn't like them, right? Black Sabbath started metal, and Pantera, fuck, they they defined and came up with groove metal. But in May of '05, Jamie and Kirk recorded in Silver Bullet Studios in Connecticut, and Kirk relocated after Hurricane Katrina hit in Louisiana to write and assemble what would become the first Kingdom of Sorrow album. The first taste of the untitled project surfaced in the form of the track Buried in Black on Roadrunner Records' MTV2 Headbangers Ball, the Revenge compilation released in April of '06. Songs were deconstructed, reconstructed, written and recorded again in Planet Z Studios with producer Zeus until the duo was completely satisfied with the outcome. Kingdom of Sorrow. Jamie commented on the writing process. Kingdom of Sorrow. He said, and Kingdom of Sorrow. It was really probably the best time that I've ever had in the studio. Kirk Weinstein of Crowbar, and creatively, it was such a liberating thing. He said, the myth. We felt like it's a new band. Jamie Jost. It doesn't matter what anyone thinks. Hatebreed, right? Right. Reason I say man, myth, so the legend totally is that man single-handedly creative process helped raise me. His words were so ultimately fucking Kingdom of Sorrow signed inspiring. With Relapse positive mental attitude in the fall of '07 through everything and made their live debut. Yeah, I fell in love with his technique and the Worcester Palladium actually and Worcester, Massachusetts. I never met Hatebreed. Thy Will Be Done as I did get opener chance to meet following tour. I think it was at Mayhem Fest. Followed with support from Dead to Fall and I Will Be Done. Kingdom of Sorrow was founded by Josta and Kirk Weinstein at a show in Pearl Street in Northampton, Massachusetts. A short time later, Jamie, who actively booked shows throughout New England in the early 90s, put up the cash for a Napalm Death Crowbar show in order that Hatebreed could be one of their favorite bands. Ever since then, the two have remained in close contact and became friends over the decade. Um, Jamie and Hatebreed invited Crowbar out for a UK run of dates in March of '05. It was there that the two decided to create a band based on the mutual affinity for bands of the likes of Black Sabbath and Pantera. Who doesn't like them, right? Black Sabbath started metal, and Pantera, fuck, they they defined and came up with groove metal. But in May of '05, Jamie and Kirk recorded in Silver Bullet Studios in Connecticut, and Kirk relocated after Hurricane Katrina hit in Louisiana to write and assemble what would become the first Kingdom of Sorrow album. The first taste of the Untitled Project surfaced in the form of the track Buried in Black on Roadrunner Records' MTV2 Headbangers Ball, the Revenge compilation released in April of '06. Songs were deconstructed, reconstructed, written and recorded again in Planet Z Studios with producer Zeus until the duo was completely satisfied with the outcome. Jamie commented on the writing process. He said, and I quote, "It was really probably the best time that I've ever had in the studio. And as far as creatively, it was such a liberating thing," he said. "We felt like it's a new band. It doesn't matter what anyone thinks." Right? Right on, brother. So it was totally genuine and a pure creative process, he said. But ultimately, Kingdom of Sorrow signed a deal with Relapse Records in the fall of '07 and made their live debut February 27th of '08 at the Worcester Palladium in Worcester, Massachusetts, with Thy Will Be Done as the opener. And a following tour followed with support from Dead to Fall and Thy Will Be Done. So, I mean, what more do I have to say? I mean, these two produced the evolution of fucking sludgecore. It's heavy, aggressive, unapologetic, and very fucking catchy. It's infectious album. If you are a fan of sludgecore, um, this album is a must. I mean, I remember when there was some hype put into the idea of Kirk and Jamie working together. I've always had much love for Hatebreed. They have done a ton of personal and life altering songs in their time. Um, but on the other hand, Crowbar remains a band I've consistently enjoyed for years. Their devotion to sludgy Black Sabbath tribute has always been something I've found bad fucking ass. And then Kirk went with my man Phil and Selmo, and they formed the band Down. I mean, who doesn't like Down? I never stoned the crow. Come on, man. Kingdom of Sorrow reminds me of something along the likes of the band Hell Yeah. It's a super group, well, super duo with a bunch of fucking badass fucking musicians behind Jamie and Kirk. But uh, speaking of the band, hell yeah, Vinnie Paul was surrounded by members of the new metal hardcore band, members from Mudvayne and Nothing Face. Kingdom of Sorrow had sludge pioneer Kirk Weinstead taking um, Jamie under his wing. Uh, Jamie likes Crowbar, as he's mentioned multiple times. Nothing wrong with that, you know what I mean? It's just, but injecting a secondary style into something of what Crowbar would usually put out does absolutely, it fucking tickles my ear pussies. Hatebreed sound plays into this album a good deal, and the outcome is bad fucking ass. You know what my favorite song on this album is? You won't find God's law in the devil's land. You won't get mercy from a desperate man. I'll leave it to Kirk to sing that. Um, but this album ends up breaking two sections into the tolerable and forgettable. None of these songs are below par by any means. Most of them reek of Crowbar influence, but just about all of them come off as B-sides. I don't think anybody would actually hear this and say it's a bad album. One of the jams that we get is called Hear This Prayer for Her. I would say this actually comes closer to something Down might have come up with. That's just personal opinion, but it's still a notch or two lower than anything found on NOLA or even the heavier material off a bustle in your hedgerow. Lead into my Lead into demise starts off with a faster section reminiscent of All I've Had to Give or Burn Your World, then slows down towards the middle. Buried in Black comes off as a mid tempo, straightforward metal track, while Decent and my least favorite of the songs in this category. Now, with Unspoken Words, honestly, this track sounds like something more impressive moments off of Broken Glass, reminded me specifically of Nothing off that album. If it weren't for Jamie's badass vocals, and instead it was Kirk helping Jamie with the vocals for this album, I would even classify with Unspoken Words as worthy of being a Crowbar song. Um, Now let's discuss the remaining seven tracks. Again, nothing terrible, but the most of these are repetitive and ideas wear even thin, even with their short durations. But if you guys are familiar with Hatebreed, like their older shit was fucking a minute 45 seconds, 2 minutes a track. You know, I mean, the Hatebreed song "Conceived Through an Act of Violence" was like 2 minutes long. Come on, but I'm getting off topic. The track "Screaming into the Sky" is the longest of these songs, and ironically, the one that works the best. And ironically, it sometimes tries to recreate what made with Unspoken Words a good song. Then it hammers out more hardcore elements that kill the atmosphere. I'm just fucking with you. No atmosphere is killed here by any means. it's this hardcore element, which was always traceable to some extent in Crowbar's music. Kingdom of Sorrow was quite an impressive fucking band for me. Um, I never thought that Jamie and Kirk would fucking unite and fucking make such good music. I mean, come on. Potential buyers who might be provoked into buying this album for their favorite sludge pioneer, um, go ahead, buy it. You got Billy Chuck's approval right here. I bought this album brand new for $12 and feel very, very um great. I felt I was honestly I was somewhat skeptical until I heard it. I mean, I didn't think that Crowbar and Hatebreed could fucking mess, but it did. Um, there are four songs that are my favorite, and only one of them is something I consider above par with Crowbar's past material. If you can locate the four songs I spoke of in a positive manner, consider getting them over this full length any day. I mean, go to iTunes, just download the tracks. I just can't recommend this due to the um never mind that. This album is a solid 7 out of 10. Um, there's really nothing bad about this album. It is um very, very fucking sludgy with a lot of hard metalcore tendencies. Each track is almost indistinguishable from one another, and all the lyrics um, are reminiscent of hatred. Ever since Supremacy came out, Jamie's vocals fucking badass, bro. I mean, when Supremacy came out, they kind of um, got off the hardcore sound and ventured more into the metal sound. There was solos and um, there's different aspects of the song that is not really heard on in hardcore music. But um, one of the aspects of the record is Derek Kurzweil's drumming. Fucking, bruh, Derek Kurzweil, fucking badass, bro. Um, a lot of double bass work on this album. But the song Hear This Prayer for Her starts out with a pretty rad southerny riff before diving into the crowbar esque riff before delving into the crowbar esque doom sound and then picking up again. Jamie sounds pretty decent as he does always. Um, every song on this album has a very formulaic approach, and there's no variation of what's so fucking ever. I mean, it's just straight through fucking badass. I mean, some songs have more Hatebreed like influence, like the song Leading to Demise. And others sound like Crowbar. I mean, the only song that really breaks out of their mold is the song Free the Fallen, which features Jamie yelling Resurrect Me, following by a pretty decent metalcore sounding breakdown. But my two favorite tracks on this album, um, God's Law and the Devil's Land and Buried in Black. Um, fucking bro. God's Law and the Devil's Land. I used to have a fucking t-shirt. With unspoken words though, that song's pretty good. The track is very slow and doomy with some keyboard work, believe it or not, in the background to add to the atmosphere. Kirk sings most of the song, and it could have worked better with Jamie's voice, but Kirk has always had a lot of pain in his voice, and then once again adds a lot to the atmosphere. Um, Jamie comes in to scream a wee bit after Kirk's parts, and then it basically ends. I think this is probably one of the most well put together songs on here. It's different from the usual formula present throughout the majority of the album, and in my opinion, shows the most effort. So, congrats, guys. Overall, if you like Hatebreed, Crowbar, or both, you'll probably find something that you like on this album. However, um, go go buy some Crowbar if you're gonna go buy anything, or Hatebreed. And I mean, if you're not familiar with Kingdom of Sorrow, go buy Old Crowbar or Old Hatebreed first, and then you get a better feel for what these two gentlemen are pulling off on this album. Like I said, 7 out of 10, boys. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. If you like my review of Kingdom of Sorrow, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, leave me some comments. I don't care if you're a fucking asshole. Just show me some love. Peace.